So why did phytoplankton need its own satellite? Well, for two reasons. Number one is some parts of the ocean are incredibly hard to monitor. For instance, Point Nemo is one of the most remote spots on Earth. It takes about 1 week for a scientist to get there from New Zealand or from Chile. It is so far from everything, so obviously sending out scientists there to take samples of waters to be able to analyze phytoplankton is unsustainable. It is very hard to convince scientists to do that. Also, at some points, the astronauts in the International Space Station are actually closer to Point Nemo than the people in Chile and in New Zealand. I see some surprised faces, but this is actually true. So it's kind of crazy to think about that Point Nemo is closer to people floating in space than people in the nearest dry lands. So this is reason number one why phytoplankton needed its own satellite. It can be in very, very remote locations. Reason number two is that us little humans are kind of blind little creatures floating through space. And let me explain that. What you see in front of you is a keyhole, and that is kind of the amount of reality that we can perceive. So if you think about it, what percentage of color do you think we can process with our eyes and with our brain? 80%, 20%, 5%? Some people are signaling even less than this, and they are right. It is about 0.0035% of the color that we can see with our eyes and process with our brains, which is crazy. That's why I am saying that we are blind little creatures on this planet that we named Earth, just like floating through the universe. For me, it's shocking that we are even surviving.